just run. What? What is that KO noise? Or death noise? What? Show map. Exit at the menu. Oh. When the voices get loud, I'm turning them down. And my body forever and ever. When the tears start to fall, I'm catching them all, and I know the future.
Okay, take it slow.
So bloody. She didn't have the scars than she did, but she's got my name.
Where do you think?
I'm supposed to jump? Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of these quick time moves. It's a bit nuts. I get why they're having you kill it, but like, I don't really like that too much. Blood in their face again. I'm turning them down. Feel good on my body forever. When the tears start to fall, I'm catching them all. And I know the future is better.
I'm back.
But I still stand by this though. Her hair is very beautiful. Very beautiful.
They must have come this way. Sam? Ross? Can anyone hear me? I've got to find them.
What the fuck? He's always getting hurt.
Looks bad. Is anyone listening? Please respond. Here's the soon-to-be world-famous archaeologist, Lara Croft, in her native habitat. She's on the hunt for the lost kingdom of Yamatai, home to fabulous Himiko, mythical sun queen, and ancestor, yours truly. I'm serious. Oh, sweetie, I know. I'm just trying to lighten the mood here. Everyone's so on edge. What are you so worried about? I'm close to something. I'm sure of it. I just don't know if the others will listen. Or even if they should. Lara, you know this stuff better than anyone. Seriously. I'm not just saying this to make you feel better. I trust you. Ross trusts you. You got this. Now let's take a break, okay? Okay. And thanks. She's not always this serious, you know?
How can you suggest I'm not serious about this expedition, Laura? It's not just Sam's family funniness. I put my savings on the line, too.
We've all got some kind of stake in this. The funding won't last forever, Whitney.
That's precisely why we should push east, not west.
No one believes Yamatai is that far east. The books simply don't support it.
Well, whoever wrote those books never found Yamatai. I've talked to Ross about this. There's no point in following in other people's footsteps, Dr. Whitman.
I refuse to bet my reputation on your hunch. I'm the lead archaeologist here.
And when were you last in the field with a TV crew behind you?
Got 30 years experience, 2 PhDs, 1 in East Asian history, so why don't you stick to boats, Mr. Grimm?
Shut, Dr. Whitman. That's a shut. We've got PhDs in that.
Going east will take us directly into the Dragon's Triangle. That's where we need to go.
Not on the bird. I'd follow you almost anyway, but that place is bad energy.
Bad storms, more like the Bermuda Triangle, like Disney World.
The stories about Queen Himiko's say she could summon storms. Myths are usually based on some version of the truth. What if Yamatai was somewhere in the triangle itself?
Look, this is the satellite imagery from inside the Dragon's Triangle.
That doesn't look good.
This way, I can see a lot.
Oh, don't tell me you're serious.
Reyes is right. We don't have the funds to fish about. It's now or never. Lara's offering fresh ideas and a plan. I'm the captain here. It's my decision. We're going into the Dragon's Triangle.
Why am I here?
Oh, Christmas Day. This is where this comes from.
I think these things don't last. Just remember this training.
You can have the best form to take the world. But one thing you can't focus. The key to using any weapon is focus.
So hungry. I don't like my food.
Ah, damn it, missed it.
Sorry.
That poor deer. And people have the nerve to complain about Kuma in Tekken 7, but this exists? Selective outrage.
You won't always have some fancy gadgets on your way out. If you can learn to use the style, you'll always be able to find your way home.
I forgot where to go. Damn. What the fuck? Ooh, that must be thorns. Oh. I don't think I should play with that. I'm gonna stop playing around with that. That's not fun.
Captain of the Endurance. We are shipwrecked on an island inside the Dragon's Triangle. Lara! Easy. Are you okay? What happened?
I remember the beach. Then it went black and I woke up in a cave. There was this crazy man and a dead body.
Oh, God. Where are you now, Lara? Are you sick?
It was horrible. It's all my fault. It's all my fault.
Lara, listen to me. I sent an SOS from the Endurance before it happened.
Why does it keep pausing like that? Am I hitting something on accident?
I've spoken to the others. We're regrouping at my location.
Please come and get me.
I have to stay here. You can do this, Lara. Remember when we climbed Snowden? You said the key was known, and all you've got to do is just keep moving. Remember everything I've taught you, Lara. You're ready for this. And keep your radio on.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Gotta pee. Alright, I returned. Show map. I'm going the right way. What the hell?
Hello? Is someone there?
It's called Tomb Raider.
This could be through. Damn it. Oh God, this is insane. This traditional no represents a hateful woman like I do. There are traces of white paint on the inside. Whoever used this mask is of no birth.
Let me look at the voice actress of this, lady. Just because I'm curious to see if she's actually British. Wait, what? Why is it loading like that? Oh, no wonder. Connect to my Wi-Fi. Go song? Oh. I get the stick. Oh, never mind. There's fire right there too. Where's the enemies at? Fire? Hi Cheryl, how are you? Thank you for joining the stream. Oh, you just shake it. Huh? You promised so well and I fell for it. I put you first and you adored it. Set fires to my forests and I let it burn. You got off on my earth.
Laura, you made it. Dad, surprise. It's okay. It's one of us.
Sorry if I startled you. This place would make anyone a little jumpy. We just spoke to the crew. They're on their way.
Look, he bandaged my foot.
Oh, it was the least I could do. My manners. I'm sorry, I'm hypnotized. A teacher by trade. Not really cut out right, I'm afraid.
Sweetie, you look exhausted. Sit down. Yeah.
Sam here was just telling me about the sun.
Right. Him and
Can you tell me more? I'm intrigued.
Well, believe it or not, a couple thousand years ago, Queen Himiko pretty much ran things in Japan. She loves having a story. Himiko was beautiful, enigmatic, but also elusive and powerful. Legend says she had shamanistic powers.
And this is where she uses.
Well, there's always some truth to miss.
She commanded an army of samurai warriors, her magnificent storm guard. They rode the very waves of battle, laying waste to all outposts. They say the sun rose at his command, and she ruled everything its rays touched, from the mountains to the sea and beyond.
But what happened?
Shit making me nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm so glad you're here. Is Sam with you?
She was with you.
She was here with that band tied. But I passed out. When I woke up there, it was gone.
You got to take one man home.
We need to find him.
What about Raw? Okay, let's split up. One of us go with Laura and meet up with Raw. The rest of us should fan out and look for Sam.
I'll go with her.
No, let me.
You know how to use one of these?
It's been a while. It's all coming back to me.
Get to Roth. We'll find Sam and Matthias guy.
You gonna be okay?
Oh, we just need to rest for 3 minutes.
You sit here. I'll check up.
Okay.
I always knew of Lara Croft, but I've never played any of her games, aka Tomb Raider. I've never played any of the Tomb Raiders. But what inspired me to play this game was because, well, the thing is, I bought the game a while ago because it was like, I had, you know, it's Christmas, wanted to treat myself, I wanted to get a bunch of games, and I always want like an action adventure open world type thing. This is looking like that. Sorry. This is looking kind of like that, so I wanted to give it a shot for myself, to give it something, you know, try something different. Because Cheryl, I used to play, well, I still do play Tekken 7, but I play Tekken 7 and Overwatch too much. I have several streams of me playing that game, and I'm gonna be honest with you, my temper with those games is very short. So I said a lot of gamer words and a lot of crazy stuff, and it just was awful, and I just wanted, you know, a different experience. Oh yeah, they're not bad games. The problem is that they're anger-inducing games because they have a very competitive way of playing them. They're very knowledge-heavy. So yeah, they're very anger-inducing. But my friends were begging me to play something new for a while. I kept telling them, like, I'm too lazy, I don't feel like it, I don't want to be bothered playing a new game, but I just wanted to just play something new eventually. Like, eventually, I just had a rock bottom, I just got fed up. People also never really came to my streams either. I would stream and play these games so much, and I get so angry people wouldn't join them. And they would just be so short. I love Uncharted though. To be honest with you, I know he's just a game character, but I simp for Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake is absolutely sexy. I can't lie. One of the sexiest video game characters of all time. Seriously, an absolute true man I've ever seen. It's crazy. I mean, I did play Uncharted 4 though, a while ago, but I got kind of bored. My attention span with a lot of these games ended up being like very short because I just never really it's not that I didn't want to. Yeah, I would say I'm bi, but I'm fluid, but I'm very like, if there was a scale that you could put me on, like I'm very much closer to like the male side of things. I definitely like women, but I'm definitely more like, you know, into men definitely, but yeah, it's a little complicated. That's why I always just say like I'm fluid or something, because I feel like that is a little bit more accurate. But yeah, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret though. I've been feeling depressed lately. I'm assuming you've never been in my channel before, but yeah, if you Yeah, especially males. I feel like with men, it's like we're expected to be a certain way or come across a certain way. And like you said, not too many people come across people who are bi in any way. Because usually, most people are it's usually, at least what they, typically when you ask people, it's like, oh, I'm straight, or oh, I'm gay, or oh, I'm this way. But you don't really hear too many people say that they're bi or that they're fluid. It's just not common. Most specifically with men. I feel like with women, it's sure, I'll talk about it. I'll be honest and talk about it. So Cheryl, I know you just met me for the first time, but I ask that you don't judge me too harshly on it. I'm willing to take criticism or anything like that, but do keep in mind that like I am, on the path to changing and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it. So what made me depressed was because online, when I played Tekken and stuff, I was very angry, but like I also was very trolly. Like I would troll so much, like I would teabag all the time. Like I was obsessed with the act of teabagging, and I know it sounds so silly, but like I needed an escape from just the rest of the world and stuff, the real world, because in the real world, I carry myself a certain way, but online, I never really thought that it mattered the way that, like, my perception, or the way people perceived me. And this is not to be confused with what people think, with caring what people think, but, like, the way people perceive you can be very powerful or damaging. In my case, it was damaging because the thing is, I was known for freaking out so much and getting so angry on my Tekken streams and, just trolling people and stuff that, like, I never really got known for, anything outside of that, and it really hurt, because if anyone ever knew me in my real life, they would know how, how nice and, well-mannered and respectful I am, and those qualities did not come across in those Tekken streams that I did most of the time. I mean, I would rage quit so much, like the streams were extremely short. They were like 20, 25 minutes. Sometimes, and if I didn't rage quit, they were like an hour. I really was just going through a lot, and I really was like, I just didn't understand how certain things mattered. And once I really sat down and talked to, a couple of my friends about it, we talked about it, and, he was like, you're a good person, Damien, but, people don't really like you that much. And I kind of was like, I was so shocked, even though I probably shouldn't have been, but I still was shocked because I'm like, it's not like, I spend every day trolling. Like, there are some days I don't, because the truth is, outside of the online world, I have a life. I go to school, college, to be more specific. Stop. I don't know why it's in pausing like that. That's really annoying. But I go to school, I go to college. I'm in school for business. I want to go into HR. I'm also a singer-songwriter too. I have a song out called Lost, by the way, if you want to check it out. It's on my channel. I have actually a separate folder for that if you want to check it out. But yeah, so I have things going for myself. I'm not like this, because I know the stereotype with trolling or whatever is like you're this low life, and the truth is, I mean, I get depressed and stuff, but I'm definitely not low life. I have an idea what I want to do. There's at least a clear path in what I want to do in life. But unfortunately, none of those things ever came across to people, and once I kind of understood it all, it broke me down. I felt I felt like shit. I'm gonna be honest, I felt like shit. I felt sad. It made me, oh, I'm gonna get emotional. I'm really sorry. Like, I don't want to get emotional because, like, I'm trying to speak clearly. But I remember, I really don't want to be crying right now, but I low-key wanted to die. I just need a minute to breathe because I'm getting emotional. I try not to think about it, but like, it's just like, you know, once I talk about it and then I really think about the flashbacks of what I went through. With that whole thing. I just broke. I just broke. I was like crying like all day, all last night, the other day. And I just remember just like, damn, I really fucked up so bad that I didn't even know it until it was like too late. I didn't even know it till it was like too late, and you know, it was just very fun and, you know, lighthearted in the beginning because it didn't really you know, I didn't, you know, nothing really bad came of it because, you know, it was seen as a joke in the beginning, but it's like that was just all that I fucking was, and it was hard for you know, people to see me as human. What caused all this to happen? Well, it was a friend of someone I knew. You know, we got in a relationship and stuff, and it was a girlfriend of his, and I was very happy for him and stuff, and, you know, I had never asked, why does this keep doing this? This is annoying me, but, like, you know, he had a girlfriend or whatever, and I was happy for him. I was like, that's great. I was very happy for him and stuff, and then I ended up talking, you know, I asked him, does she know of me? And he said, yeah, but, you know, she's not very fond of you. And I kind of was shocked because I didn't know her. I didn't know her. I didn't really know anything about her. The only thing I knew was that she was, you know, his girlfriend. And I knew of her from there, but I didn't know her personally or anything. I hadn't talked to her before. So then I eventually had found out about it. You know, I found out about, you know, I found out how she felt about me, and it wasn't good. I kind of, you know, froze me up for a second because I'm like, well, you know, why does she feel this way? And he said, well, I mean, she doesn't like what you did to this streamer. So to add to that as well, also, now the intent of it was playful trolling because I was, you know, he knows, they know, because we all were friends here, but like they know my trolling style, and it's not as bad as it used to be back in the old days, but it's definitely like it's not as bad, anywhere near as bad as it was back in the old days, but I kind of told myself, I'm like, okay, just troll my friends or whatever, and I told them on like this Twitch stream, and what I was doing was like, I was, you know, obviously being a woman or something or whatever, and just, you know, just flirting and be like, hey baby, like, you know, come with me or whatever. You know, just being very flirty or whatever, and he was playing along with it, and that was the thing, he was playing along with it. And then what ended up happening, and I never knew about it, I think it was like a week and a half later, or some time later, I didn't know that it happened. I had no idea that it happened. No idea whatsoever. I had no idea that it happened. But, you know, eventually, one of my friends talked to me and was like, yeah, you remember when you did that trolling in that stream? Yeah, you just caused them to break up. I thought he was trolling me or, like, joking with me, because I'm like, there's no way. I would never want that shit to happen. But eventually he sent me proof. It was, like, screenshots of the things that was said, and then I felt really bad about it. But then I also felt very defensive because the same guy didn't want to talk to me, but then I felt defensive about it because I'm like, well, I mean, you still, like, because the thing is, the girl obviously was, you know, overreactive, because the thing is, he was playing along with it, and he explained to her that he was just trolling, that's what he does. You know, we're all friends, that's what we all do. And, she didn't really want to hear that. She just was like, you know, freaking out, going crazy on him. So, yeah, it led to them breaking up, and I remember just hearing about it, and I got devastated because I never would have wanted that to happen to somebody. You know, when you do things with the intent of joking, you never intend for them to ruin someone's life. And I unintentionally ruined someone's life for a bit. Now, he has healed a little bit from it. Now, he has said, you know, they're friends now, but he doesn't want to really get back with somebody that, like, you know, wouldn't listen or believe him like that. But still, I mean, it's still awful. Like, I don't want to do that to somebody. I never wanted that to happen to somebody. I never would have wanted that to happen. You know, that's not the intent. Yeah, it's awful. I know, you know, some people, you know, with stuff like this, they wouldn't dare talk about it, and to be honest with you, Cheryl, I'm scared of being vulnerable sometimes, because when I'm vulnerable, I'm either really defensive, or I'm just too sad to even say anything, or I just feel embarrassed on the inside. But, like, at the same time, I know that, like, if I get it off my chest, I will feel better, and I will acknowledge where I went wrong or something like that. You know, it'll just be better. It'll work out better for me. But yeah, but yeah, I felt really bad about that. But on top of that, ever since that happened, there's just been like this, you know, disconnect in me with the group, because not only did he not like me, but the rest of a lot of the people in that same group chat didn't like me anymore. And it ended up causing, sorry, my nose is like really stuffed from all that damn crying, but it ended up causing my, you know, me to be kind of an outcast in the group, kind of unknowingly over time. It was just like a Discord server. I won't say the name in here. I wouldn't want you to, like, I guess, not saying that you would do that or not, but just in case, I wouldn't want you to go attack them or, you know who I'm talking about, because, you know, I don't want to seem like I'm, you know, being victim or anything. I don't consider myself a victim of any kind. I'm just expressing my emotions, because this is how I'm feeling, you know, in the moment. But yeah, I'm sorry, I got lost for a second. I need to get my thoughts back. Oh, okay. I have to get my thoughts back together for a second, so just give me like 1 second. Oh, yeah, so it was a Discord server, so it's a group, it's like a huge group. Now, the leader of the group himself, I'm very close with. Me and him are best friends. We're really close to each other. Best friends with each other. But, the other people in the group aren't so fond of me, or they don't really talk to me, because of that. And it kind of sucks, because it's like, I mean, I can go to some of like their streams or whatever, or talk to them like normal, but like they're also not gonna openly support me and stuff like that. So that's where the complications come in with that. But I remember, the leader was telling me, because he's very honest, but he also doesn't judge. But then also, if he's asked something, he will tell the truth no matter what. And usually the shit don't bother me, but like, it's certain things that I'm like, I just don't. I mean, I want to know, but like, I know it's gonna break me if I know it. And one of that, is finding out a whole group hates me and I didn't know it. And they all kind of hated me. They're like, he's a troll. And it was cute at first because it just was like, whatever, I'll get over it. It won't kill me. It's not gonna hurt me. What could it possibly do to affect me? And it was just such an immature way of thinking, because like I didn't understand. I'm like, even though the internet is just a screen, it can't physically hurt you. Things that you do or say will affect other people. And that was something I did not think about, because I never thought that like I never thought it through, and I never thought that like it matters much, because my mind was always just, well, I'm a small channel, or I'm not a person with a big platform, so how could I possibly do damage? But damage can always be done, and the internet, is historically been a scary place. Sorry, I got some damn mucus. I hate that about crime. Like, it's like all this mucus that I can't get out of my system. Damn it. But yeah, I lost my train of thought again. I'm really sorry. This is a common thing for me. I'm very forgetful. I'm trying to trace the Discord chat from the leader. Yeah, so basically the leader is cool with me, but the rest of the people in the group don't like me because of that thing that happened. And it's just damage. So does the leader have a problem with you over this whole thing? No, that's not at all. Me and him are close. The issue is not necessarily... The issue is just the group, the entire group, hate, or most of the people that I know or have known of dislike me because of that. And but the reason I find it sad is because that's not an accurate representation of me, because it's not all that I'm about. And to give you an idea what I'm about, well, I kind of give you an idea, but to give you more context, at my job, people notice, people talk to me, they love talking to me, they're like, oh, he's so smart, he's this, he's that, and, they say good things about me. Now, sure, there's bad apples, everybody has bad apples at a job that, are like, no matter what you do, you and them are never going to connect, but generally, I talk to everybody. I don't really judge anybody for, well, that's not true, we all judge people for stuff, but for the most part, you can have a conversation with me and I won't ignore you, and I'm very friendly, I say hi, all that stuff. And, and people remember that. And I also, even doing tasks I don't want to do at work, I still do them. Because I have a cleaning type job. Well, it's dishwashing, but, there's some cleaning. So who are the people who dislike you in the group? It's about, like, a good 4. But his girlfriend, the leader's girlfriend is part of it, just trying to understand the story better. Yeah, so it's like just like 4 or 5 people. Now, they're not big YouTubers or anything. They're like people with like 1,000 subs or whatever. It's not really a lot of people. It's not like it's not like people with like a lot of subscribers. Just like 1,000, a little over 1,000, stuff like that. It's not a lot, but it is a little hurtful because I was on the verge of trying to get to know them, trying to expand my horizon on the YouTube scope, and see where things go. And I kind of failed at it because, of that stuff. Because I, trolled and it ruined. But also on top of that, my trolling became unfunny as well because, even on Tekken, like, I would teabag so much or, rage quit so quick. Because the truth is, the game made me so angry, but at the same time, there was something enthralling about, taunting someone, beating their ass, and then they're close to beating you and then quitting. It was something enthralling about it. I can't explain it, but like, I just could not take a loss for a while, but it was, it gave me satisfaction knowing that I could quit that early. It sounds like I'm like going off the rails a little bit, but this is all tying in together with how, you see how these unfavorable things can make someone like truly dislike you, especially when you kind of don't really deserve it, but your online persona does. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so I did that, and some of the group hates me, but his girlfriend specifically, I didn't expect her to hate me because I didn't really know her that well at all. And when I talked, because he was telling me, he was like, hey, you don't have to talk to her. Now, to be honest, my brain missed it. My brain was like, I have to, because with me, if I know I broke something, and I think this is really anybody too. Some people will think differently, but most people, they want to fix it. It doesn't matter if I shattered it in 2 pieces, 1,000,000. I want to do anything I can to fix what I broke. Even if it can't happen, or even if it's impossible, I want to do everything I can. I want to put the effort in to fix it. And sometimes you just can't do that. Not everybody will be very accepting of your efforts to do it. And despite that being my first time talking to her, she disliked a lot of the stuff that, went down with the whole trolling thing, and she just hated it. And she just wasn't willing to talk to me. And then she added in that, like, I was... Now, this is the part where I'm like, okay, this is a lie. Now, the other stuff, I get it, but, also, this part is a lie. She said that I was angry that he was in a relationship. So he told you not to talk to her, and you still did. Was he okay with that? Here's the thing. He got over it. Like, he was annoyed by it. Because, he was annoyed by it because, he didn't want her to be upset, but also because, he just said, it would be easier if you didn't say anything or didn't do anything or didn't, talk to her, and just, why does it, I don't understand why he keeps doing that. I have to figure out why that keeps doing that. But he had said it's easier if you don't talk to her, because then, if she see, because then, you do your streams or whatever, do your act, change your ways or whatever, over time, maybe she'll open up to you, but the truth is, I was so hung up on her hating me for something, that I thought was, like, kind of minor, or kind of like, just not an accurate representation of who I am. It just wasn't, and, I wanted her to know that. I wanted her to feel that. I wanted her to understand that I'm not just, he might have lost some trust because of that. He didn't. He trusts me. Me and him, we have a very established, friendship relationship. He does forgive pretty easily for most things, and he is very understanding of, the intentions behind stuff, or why. Like, because me and him, we have open dialogue about stuff. I mean, next to my other friend, that I have here, he's very, like, me and him, we talk on the phone, we talk about stuff, so he's not as likely to not talk to me, versus somebody else, for some, because he understands, we're human, we make mistakes. He even said, he wished that we all would get along, and, there'd be no hate in the world, because that sucks. And he's surprisingly, like, because I'm 21, right? He's 18. Like, surprisingly, his mindset is beyond this world. Like, it's crazy. He's so amazing. Actually, you know what? To give you someone, you know, that you might like to follow, I'm gonna put his name in the chat. I'm gonna put his name in the chat because I think that you should, you know, definitely get another person, you know, that you would like to follow. Definitely. Where's my stream? Yeah, I'm gonna go to my channel, videos, oh, this one. Alright, Z2, matter of fact, I probably could just put the link to his channel in here. That's not that thing I sent, it's not the full name altogether, but I'm gonna just get the link so that way you could just follow him. And he will definitely, you know, I recommend that, like, you more so DM him rather than, mentions him, like, directly. I mean, rather than ask about it, like, in a YouTube comment or whatever. Just out of respect, because, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I don't think he would, because he doesn't like drama. I mean, he'll answer questions if asked, but he doesn't like drama, and I don't want, like, you know, I don't want a whole lot of, you know, drama per se. Not saying that you would do that, or not saying that's my intent, but I'm just saying, you know, he doesn't like, you know, a lot of drama in his, you know, things or whatever, so, but he'll answer your question, you know, right away if you DM him, if you were to DM him. Alright, I have the link. Well, I'm gonna get the link. I don't have the link, but I'm gonna get it. Let's see. Alright, over here. Alright, here's the link. Feel free to check that out, or check him out. But yeah, back to the story. So, the girl didn't like, so other than trolling, what else affected you? This is off, well, this is still online, but not through YouTube, but, I also was, like, addicted to, you know, catfishing as well. I would catfish men for, like, nudes and stuff, sexual photos and stuff like that, and the reason I did it was because I was scared of judgment. I was scared of judgment from straight men because I didn't want to be seen as, like, you know, I guess a predator or something. I don't really know the word for it, but, like, I didn't want to be seen as, you know, I didn't want people looking at me weirdly for, you know, wanting something from them because I, you know, had feelings. And, you know, a couple times, yeah, it's, you know, here's what I'll say. Addiction is a really, you know, serious thing. It ruins, not just your own life, but it ruins other people's as well. Well, catfishing maybe is not as bad as the trolling, but still, that's something to acknowledge. But, yeah, I was just really scared. Why would you do that? Because I wanted, well, one, because I wanted sexual photos, but also, I didn't want to be judged for, wanting, you know, having feelings for certain men and stuff like that. I didn't want to be judged for it. And, that's the thing, I was so scared of judgment. I was scared of, not scared of coming out, but scared of being judged for, you know, liking someone who's probably straight. It's just a lot. Yeah, yeah, that's why it's, you know, that's really the reason why it's not a good thing. But, you know, it's all made me realize, I'm like, I need to go to, you know, therapy for all of this stuff. But also, some of the ways some of the things I've done to prevent myself from doing those things is, you know, to just tell myself, just if you have feelings for somebody, whether it's straight or not, you know, just tell them directly. Now, it's a little complicated when it gets into, you know, if you have a crush at somebody at work. Because here's the thing, I don't like dating. I would never date anyone on my job, or I wouldn't intend to do it right away. Because, you know, a job like dishwashing is very, labor heavy, and, you know, it's hard to turn off that, you know, girlfriend, boyfriend dynamic or whatever. I really don't blame that group for wanting you out. That it's just cruel to cat. I mean, they don't want me out for the catfish thing. They don't really know about it besides the leader. But, you know, even still, I was just saying it because, you know, it was a personal thing in my life that's affected me. Now, it doesn't affect me as much as the trolling part, but still, you know, it had some impact in my life in some way because, you know, I got addicted to, like, you know, just sex and all these things, and it just was just so much for me. Like, I was ruining my life, and I didn't even know it until, you know, I talked to different people, and that's the thing with talking to people that's really powerful too. You know, unless you have friends that really tell you shit, you're not going to succeed, or you're not going to really want to change. And, I mean, I wanted to change for me, but part of the reason I was more empowered to change was because I had friends that showed me, this is wrong because of this, and this is why you shouldn't do this because of this. You know, after I went through the stuff, and it made me realize, I'm like, damn, I have, you know, the fact that I have, well, catfishing isn't not okay, and considering that, yeah, and I really acknowledge that, like, I learned that, how bad it was, because the thing is, I knew it was bad, but, like, I also didn't understand completely, you know, why exactly is it wrong, and then when I looked into it and really sat and thought about it and talked to myself about it, I really, I just decided I just would stop doing it. I decided it had no place in my life anymore. Even my friend had told me about it. He was like, yeah, I recommend that you don't do that. And then on top of that, not even just, well, you know, the other stuff, obviously, toying with anyone's emotions is not okay, but, on top of that, too, it can be dangerous because the internet is a scary place, and there's a lot of stalkers and, you know, crazy people. Yeah, but there's a lot of, you know, stalkers and, you know, crazy people on the internet that, you know, might want to kill you or might want to do something really awful to you, and I'm not excusing anything that I do. Am I, you know, doing the work to try to, not even to try, am I doing the work, what's wrong with you? It's just, you know, a lot of, stuff, you know, it's not easy to acknowledge any of this stuff, but once I did, I knew I had to do something about it, so I decided that I would, change my ways on that. But, to explain what I do to, like, not do it, I just remind myself, I'm like, well, one of the things I assume also is, like, everybody is smart. Let me pause this. Because the thing is, you know, people are not stupid. People can figure out if, who you actually are. Not even by even a machine or anything. They can figure it out easily. Well, sure. I mean, I'm still, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm like fucked up in the head, but like, you know, am going through some stuff, and you know, when you are depressed or when you are going through something, it can sometimes, and I think for everybody, but sometimes it can lead you to do things that you probably shouldn't be doing that are dangerous. But basically, some of the things that I do to prevent myself from catfishing is remind myself that everybody, you know, is smart. Nobody is stupid. But then also too, I have to think of somebody's feelings too, while I have to think of somebody's feelings too while I do all this stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I have to think of somebody's feelings as I'm doing this, because people take dating seriously. Now for me, I would say I'm polyamorous. I'm pretty free-spirited polyamorous, but most people are not like that. And I just have a different outlook on certain things in life that, like, I don't, you know, that other people don't look at it in a certain way. And that's not me blaming or anything, I'm just saying, you know, there's a certain way that people view stuff, and that's why they react a certain way. So, had to understand how bad that was, so I just decided I would not do that anymore. And, you know, be myself. You know, not that I'm not being myself, but, you know, I didn't show... Cheryl, I understand that, like, you're criticizing me, but you're being very disrespectful. You know, I understand that, like, what you're saying, but, like, you know, you don't have to, you know, please be respectful. There's no reason to name call and, call me out of my name like that. As I said earlier, it's okay to give criticism, but also know when you're running into the realm of disrespectful, and you're heading into the realm of disrespectful. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't be mad for those people, you have every right to be, but I'd appreciate if you would, you know, be a little bit more respectful. Is just all I'm saying. But as I said before, I'm doing the work to change my ways. No, you had no right to catfish others, and then knowing you were in the wrong is really fucked. I know, but I'm doing the work to change it, though. I mean, I can't rewrite the past. If I could, I would, but if I couldn't, then it is what it is. You know, I can't rewrite the past, but I can always change for the future. But this is why, like, I don't judge anybody for certain things, because I'm like, we all have to go through a rock bottom to go through life. It just is what it is. You know, no one's perfect now. Everybody's imperfections is different. Some people's imperfections is that they're, you know, crazy psycho murderer. Others, you know, they're just insecure, and, you know, they just don't know how to really channel their energy, so yeah, can't really explain it properly. I hope I'm making sense. This is actually a pretty therapeutic stream, though. I actually am pretty glad I talked to you. Alright, Cheryl, you gotta go. I'm sorry. You crossed the line. You've gone off the deep end. Alright, Mrs. Puff, you've gone off the deep end. You gotta go, Cheryl. I did my best to be patient with you, but, you know, you tripping. You are tripping. Because it was fine when you were giving me criticism, but then when you say all that, I'm like, Let's see, report, hate speech, harassment, bullying, because she told me it's harassing me. You have to be a certain kind of fucked up to, you know, really take advantage of somebody's emotion like that. I don't really know how you sleep at night, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's so extreme. Like, I just don't get how someone could just be that, crazy, but, I mean, I'm not new to the internet, but it's just crazy, you know, when you know, go through something like that, and then, where is this lady? I gotta block her, but I don't know where she is. Damn it, I should have blocked her. Maybe they got banned? Probably. Likely they got banned. Maybe I could just look her name up. It's not hard to find her. But that's kind of interesting though, isn't that funny? Like the time I open up, where I open my emotions, I let things out raw, I actually speak to somebody, reveal my emotions, and the trolls come flying out. Now, if I was on my Tekken stream, I would have been screaming her head off, but here, I don't need to do that. It's just not that deep for me. But we're gonna end it soon anyway, because I gotta go. Gotta go to bed. I really do want to travel somewhere tomorrow.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, let's just cut it here. GG's. I'm sorry, that's just hilarious. Like, again, if it were any other game, I would be mad, but I'm not mad at it. I'm honestly entertained by it in some weird way. Kind of hard to explain, like I'm entertained. But yeah. Where? But yeah, let's go. I've had, a fun time. A fun time.